Here now, the head coach of the Paradise Valley Trojans, Greg Davis. And Coach Davis, what a phenomenal year. It's been a great couple of years for you guys. It's all coming to fruition now with a state championship on Saturday down in Tucson.
Yeah, you know, it's been a dream season for us. A long time coming for the PV Nation, and I'm just happy and humbled to be a part of it.
Let's talk about your program a little bit, because you look at your sidelines compared to some of the sidelines of other schools, especially some of the ones still playing this time of year, and it's full of kids. And your sidelines, you mentioned 33 varsity players. You brought up a few JV players, but that still rounds out to about 42. You're really making the most with the amount of kids that you have.
I think so. You know, it goes hand in hand with our community. You know, we have a hardworking community that isn't given a lot of things. So the fact that our kids have to work hard is just a life lesson that, you know, you're going to have to work hard to get everything you get. So.
Now, a lot is made of your offense, and we'll get to your offense in a minute, but when I look down your schedule and the results of the games, you can't help but notice but the small numbers that you've given up this year, and the defense doesn't seem to get as much pub as maybe they should. What has made your defense so special and kind of under the radar throughout the year?
Well, first and foremost, our defense coordinator, Darren Rubidoux, has done an outstanding job. He was at the college level for a long period of time, so he's my right-hand man, and I have all the confidence in the world with his game plans. You know, Grayson Patella in the middle at middle linebacker has been, you know, kind of the rock. Manny Martinez on the line. And then having some great players in the defensive backfield, Jordan Delaney, Damon Brown, you know, really just a senior driven defense that can make plays when they need to, bend don't break type of a defense, and key opportunities that they get.
Now, going to your offense now, what makes, you've coached in the Valley, you've coached all over, what makes Daniel Bridge-Gadd just such a special performer each and every Friday night, and Saturday in this instance?
Yeah, well, you know, his main thing that he does is extend plays that probably shouldn't be extended. You know, he was on the highlight reel as far as that goes when we played Chaparral last year. It kind of started. And, you know, the fact that he got out of some of the situations he got out of and extended the play to, you know, on 3rd and 12, 3rd and 18, and got those first downs was huge for us. And then it's just kind of carried over since then. His ability to make plays with his feet this year is a little bit something different. Last year he was more apt to just look downfield and throw, but his feet have gotten us some W's for sure.
When I go to spring ball and catch you guys, you can't help but watch Jacob Brown mentoring a lot of these guys. He's very vocal with his teammates. I just couldn't help but watch him for a lot of that practice that I was at. What has made Jacob Brown such a key piece to this long run?
Well, Jake has the right attitude. I mean, he is a PV guy. You know, he wants PV to do well, whether he's on the team or when he leaves. He's taken a lot of the young guys under his wing, like you said. He expects guys to do what he does, which is work hard, run great routes, understand what we're doing. You know, and obviously him and Daniel have helped each other out. You know, and so. To see both those guys leave our program next year is going to be a big loss for us. But I'm really enjoying the season, and I'm going to enjoy this last game for sure.
Now, first state championship in school history for football. There have been a lot of really great players that have come from this program. And you mentioned that a lot of them have really peeked their heads in a lot over the course of the last couple seasons to show their support and things of that nature. How much has that helped with what you're trying to build going forward with this program?
It's huge, you know, taking over a program that's so disciplined and well-run from Coach Yanis. And him taking over from Coach Lambie. I mean, those two names in itself around the state of Arizona go a long way. And then you throw in all the great players, you know, the Matt Claps and the Burns type names in there. These guys have reached out to me, and many of the alumni have reached out to me and just said, hey, you're doing a great job. We appreciate you. And, you know, as a coach, that's all you're really looking for. You know, you want to be you want to be welcomed by the community and the alumni, and so it's been a big factor for me, and helped me along a lot.
And finally, Desert Edge is a team you're familiar with. You've played them enough over the last few years. This year in particular, you got the W at home. They were without Teron Thomas in that game. It's hard to beat a team twice in a season, so how are you really buckling down with your program to make sure that they're ready for this big game?
Well, the good news is I think we learned that lesson last week against Sunny Slope. You know, that's the second time we played Sunny Slope. Their coaching staff did a great job of preparing for us. I think our guys realized that it's not just about the last time you played. So, you know, last time we played them, they didn't have their starting quarterback. He's a great player. So we're gonna make sure that we're ready to go with what he does, which is a little bit different than you know, Sturgis when he was in there. But we are really, really excited about our opportunity to play Desert Edge. They're well coached. Coach Wellbrock is a good friend of mine, and so you know, I think that the best two teams in Division III are going to play on Saturday, and we're looking forward to it.
Should be fun. That's head coach Greg Davis of the Paradise Valley Trojans, the Scorpions, and the Trojans on Saturday in Tucson for the Division III state championship.